Welcome everyone to the 25th episode of Inside the Mind of a Houou, where I, ChunmanTV, will share my thoughts during the Hanchan. We starting off with one Torah. We have a lot of pairs. I think the four, so here's interesting. Setting up the sushi trap, we are trying to get 7 pairs as well. It's a sushi trap for the 7. So, and for the 1, and we are moving towards an outside hand. I think we can skip that. The 7 star is definitely a G, but we kinda are lacking blocks, so, and we can also go G Deutsche. So definitely a skip on the 9 here. Deutsche toy without Tora is kinda weak. This 3-pin pill in our opponent is just so stupid, but it is what it is. There's Golek on this 9, and we are G Deutsche E something. Let's got this one Scott 8-pin, and then we have the turn 1 Suji trap here on the 1 cell, if we draw the 8 cell. I think we can 9 cell here for the Akatura and the 5-pin Tanky. Like, we have the 1 cell Tanky, but if it's Zwijskart, we can have the 5-pin Tanky Riichi. It is also very good in our pond. Zwijskart, let's cut it. The 5-pin is a liability though, so if coming to Riichi, we can just fold. We will fold basically. If we can. Okay, there it is. And there's the Tora as well. We can cut the east. Need to try to do something fancy here or something. But it kinda didn't work out, especially not because we are stuck with this 5-pin, and the 3-pin here is just really unfortunate. 5-pin there on the right, it's the Aka. If we get the 1 so tanky, we will push it, but the 3-pin is just way too awkward here. Simons is 100% pushing, by the way. I don't see any way that they are not pushing. Riichi Jun Aka for Mangang. It's the Penson as well, so they 8 for the Jun, 2 for the Shimo, 2 for the Penson Shimo for the 40 There was just no way to keep the 3-pin pair there, or to get them by. But it always sucks when you have a pair in your opponent with G-Deutsche. It usually happens actually. You usually draw like 8 or 9 pairs before you win. But our hand was definitely more pushable if we didn't keep the 5-pin in our hand. I think the AI doesn't really want to wait on the 5-pin there, but it's definitely interesting. It probably just 5-pin there instead of the 9 cell. Sansaku chance kinda, but not really. We'll be cutting the 7-9 here most of the time. And then we like the only way to get Sansaku here is to get 8 cell, 4-man cut, 7-pin throw. Got one of the other ramens, get a 9-man. That is like the only way to get the Sansaku here. And this has been a Swipe card, the 8 is 1 card. So it's a very low odds. Just fixing the ramen deal. If we get a 7-pin, we will be forcing it, of course. But otherwise, on any other draw, we will need the Tora. We will discard the Tora and then the 9-pin right after. And hopefully it doesn't deal in the meantime. We got kind of punish here on the 5 so but we are floating for the Sansaku, right? We can actually see the 7 pins now because we have enough value with 3900 to open. 360 is dying out. It's still okay, but not ideal. Dora is also quite late to drop if we have to drop it. But Kaiten is worth a lot as well. And there's the Riichi here on the left. And if we could see and discard the 34 man, it would be really good. I guess you can deny the Ipotsu and shift the Haite away from us, and then we can try to Mawashi here. We are east something here, but all the tiles are not safe. The floor is Nakasuchi. And we don't even have the Sansaku with Toyman friendly player. Wait, it's only 12k. I thought it was way more, but only 12. They got lucky. Or like they just boost. Unfortunately, like if we didn't have this one pin here, like the Ziso, she is interesting for Thunder Tora too. But here we just have to cut the one cell and then just see what we can get. Hopefully a 3 cell, but if we get a 6 cell, we probably keep the 5-7 or the 4-5, which is it is now. The extra 7 here does have some utility for the 2 cell pair up, and then we have the 6-9 with the overlap, but we can just got the 7 cell this turn, upcoming turn. It's safe here on the right, but if we get a safer time, we will keep it, of course. He can't open, so just disable calling. Kamita seems to be... Nah, now Shimota seems to be the fastest, but Kamita will probably Riichi in a few turns. So we have to get rid of the soul shooters. We can actually Thunder here, but still 7, so here. Because we accept the 6 cell, the 9 cell is non-Thunder anyway. And we have an Ipeko here. This is a Honitsu, by the way. Dorakat. Just 8-pin Shimokiri. Jiso. We tried to push, but it's now Mangan, but now we have a Mangan of our own, but it's like one sounds, but it actually goes into some Homeroto bullshit as well, some Paimons bullshit as well. Oh no, why did we feed them the best? Like they got some honors before, and then they still got a... Although it can actually be also toy, but they got a 5-man pair with a 7-8 man. There's just no way that it's... Oh no, okay, it's just 8k, it's just 8k, but we are skewed against the Riichi anyway, or like we had 2 so I guess. I really wonder if AI pushes that. It's like one chance, but it's like the worst one chance ever, because you kinda know who has the last copy of the 3-pin. Like, they could technically still have some other pin shootouts. They can technically still have that. You're trying to get a Thunder Turret too. We have to enable calling, because a 4-pin is just an instant call. The 3-man is not that bad either. I think north here. For the 6 comes on, triple comes on, Thunder Turret 2 here. And now it's a 577 here, so we have the 577 here. But we also accept the 8-pin here, but we are still calling for Thunder if we can. It is a very strong consonant C with the 8 and the 7 here already. It is very fast here on the left, and they don't require a Mangan there, because they are wheels, but still very probably at least 3-9 can even go Mangan. Do we have to come? Oh no. Okay, this is 7, so it's a 7, so like we just don't make the mistake of the Orikuri-kan. We have Thunder Tutora Suchi, or like it doesn't matter if it's Suchi or not, we would be putting the name on regardless of its status, or Suchi status. Kamitsa is also fighting, by the way. The 6-0 is for them still double Mushutsu. And 2k each. Very, very important here to not get lost. I got so paid by the Dora of Kamitsa, and we deal an extra Dora as well. You can still get fears, right? 6k order, 6k each, 6,000 each. 3 pin, 7 pin, C. Not that one though. 7 pin, 3 pin now? We really need it now, because otherwise we are just having a normal hand. Or like normal, what do you call normal? Like Tenhou Dora. 7-0 pawn. If it's Honitsu, our Chinitsu looks actually quite okay, but we need Kamitsa to assist here. We need assistance. It's not a Honitsu because of the 2-0. And here we just have to take this shape. It's just mediocre. There is a Tenhou here with the 9 card. But the 7-0s are kinda bad though. They are kinda bad. we just don't have enough anymore. It's headless, but like I think perhaps now with this, if we get a 7 pin here from Kamitsa, it's still perhaps alive. Now the game is up. Now the game is up. Now they will be choking everything. They will be choking or not. I'm pretty sure it's a constant C. I'm pretty sure it's a constant C. Are we skipping tournament? Are we skipping tournament? I don't think we can. I don't think it's an option though. I don't think, like, if we Shima we are fierce, but like we are still Toyota, and we don't have the Dora, or like we don't have the 3-man Dora that is still pushing here, the 5 pin here on the left. They really just have to deal in here on the left. 3 pin. They don't put me on Tempai. They don't put me on Tempai. If we deal into 8k, I'm just going to uninstall the game. Easy. Well, I don't know if it's easy, but it's a short one. Let's put it into the AI. You can check my monthly stats in the meantime. It's not my first game of the. It's not my first game. I played some Tompussen before. I have a Tompussen series as well in Houou. Or like it's also in Throne Room, but half of them, and the next ones are all in Houou. Let's open the hands. Let's see, 97. Oh my god! But it's only 85. 85 decisions though. It's not that much. You can go up to 150, of course. It's only ended in E3. It costs 8 mom, but it like it doesn't really matter. It does got the 3 here, and then we miss out on the 3 pin pill, and then it just costs a 5. This is probably why we don't have a higher score. And then the 5, it wants to cut the 5, and then we are stuck with this 5. We can't really push it. And this 5 here on Shimotsa. Okay, they were just Tamaton. Okay, I see now. I see how it is. And the Dora are out from their perspective. So they can only have like 3 Aka if the Aka deals in. And then 5 pin here, follow card, and like I didn't know if Shimotsu was Tenpai, or like I should have put them 100% on Tenpai, but it might be some misclick as well. But the 2 5 I wasn't even safe. Okay, the Mangon there, and then green, and then it's just a bit awkward here. It got a 5 pin here, white 5 pin, and then it got a 9 pin here. It got a Dora pencil with 55 here, and then 42 for the 4-man. So the 4-man isn't crazy at all, but and here it does got a 5 so, and then 8 so. It does it skips 5 so again, and do skip, and then does it see? Does it see? It sees. It's actually sees. And then two so. It sees the Mawashi as well. And then Toyman. Okay, I see here. They have a Tanpin Tora 2 as well. I was like, how do they deal in? And I see now they have a Tanda Pinfu Tora 2 on the Tora and on the 5, but it's not even safe. They could have saved there as well, but they got into 12k on the more expensive side. And wait, let's see on this one so, and then it doesn't even look like Honitsu here, but now with this 9 pin, it is actually, and then 9 pin pawn into 7 8, 8 pin push. It wants to read the Torah. No, it still wants to cut a west here into this into the C67, and then what? And then it bombs, and then it also deals in because there's no other cards. There's just nothing else to cut, and there 1 pin here. Kamicha is waiting for 4-7 pin. Riichi Pinfu. And we basically fight a Mangan versus a Mangan with a good weight here. Tilo can put and we deal in there, and Green Dragon. Kamicha is open for Mangan. It's a Mangan here. Like I got the 8 here with the 5 7 7 8, and I saw that with this 8 and that C with the 7. So they have enough blocks, and it was a very strong C though. It's one of the pedal shapes. So I can actually usually put them on a Mangan, but they are leading, so they might just have like 39, but they actually have the Dora 2 for 7-7, and then it's C here with 55, and then 19, and then Riichi on 3, so Kansan. For Riichi, Nomi? Really? Toyman? I would break there 100%. I would break there on the with the Tuso, and then try to get a ramen or something, or like getting a sampon as well. It's pretty nice. Getting sliding for the Torah is also pretty good there, and then 7 so it's 99.9, and then there's nothing here to see because we just shimmer. It's also the count option here on the right is also quite interesting. But it's 0% for the count. Count 8 so, count into 8 so, and then get reported and get banned. And then here 9 so, let's see if it sees the Zenitsu here, or like when it does want to go. It keeps the 8 so here, but the 7 so is just dead, and it skips here. It considers calling. It's basically 57% skip versus 43% call, but the call, it's undecided on the call basically. But you can basically add all the values. I'm pretty sure you can add all the values for the T. So it's a pure skip, and then the T here, it's basically 95% C. But what to do? how to do Chi. It Chi is 8-9, and it feels the most natural that way for me anyway. Chi, and then the 5 pin is a Chi 4-6. It's a I cheat 4-6, right? Yeah, I cheat 4-6. I was like, did I miss the other G's? Wait, the other G's don't make any sense. The other G's just don't make any sense. It's the only way that you can see. But like, I don't know why it considers the other G's. And do 8 so, but it's like one song, so I didn't think it was too dangerous. It already passed against Stormman, so they don't have an 8 so pair, and then he has his Tempai. And I'm quite surprised. He had this 5-pin push. They have a cheat to it there. Hit one Tora, but Dorman has a Torto by the way, but it just didn't put me on Tempai, and I think I would just won Dorman for 18.30k. Because there is a world where if we don't win the hand and Torment Shimos the Mangan here, that we are not even getting first or second, and then Shimo here 100, very nice. That is it for me for the episode, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.